We're going to begin these tendu warm-ups in first position, starting with 2 brushing tendus to the front and back. 1, 2, and back. 2. Repeat. Now 4 sweeping tendus. 2, 3, 4. Bop my 5. Land 6. Plie 7, 8. As you do that plie, take a nice deep breath. Make sure that your feet are parallel and you're keeping your back straight. Turn to the back of the room. Now your opposite leg is leading. Bop ma once. Bop ma, big bop ma, landing in 4th position. From here, we're going to take this down to a nice lunge. As you work your way down, you want to make sure that you're focusing on your alignment as to not cause injury. So if you need to reset yourself, stand back up, set yourself in 4th position, and work your way down slowly. Remember that your front knee should never go past your ankle as you lower yourself down. This will keep you from straining your ankle, and your back knee should be turned out. Notice my foot placement. My foot is parallel to the back of, the back of the room. From here, we're going to hold for 3 8 counts. So find your comfort zone, get nice and comfortable. Make sure that your lines are nice and straight. And we're going to hold it here. As we're holding, you can rotate your arm, just kind of work those shoulders and get those shoulders warmed up. You can stretch your arm to the back, rest on your elbows, whatever feels comfortable to you, but making sure that we're maintaining that tension in that back leg. Work your way back up to 4th position. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold your chest to your knee. Inhale, arms up, and exhale, other side. I'm going to do this again, same thing, starting exactly where you are. We're going to repeat this, but in reverse. All right, so stay exactly where you are. Take another nice deep inhale and exhale. All right, inhale, sweep your arms back up through center. And exhale, release to the other side. Take a nice deep breath here. Now come back up through your 4th position, and you're going to let your back leg lead you down into that lunge. So again, making sure that you're watching your placement and allowing yourself to move that back leg into the lunge. Hold here for an additional 2 8 counts. Remember, work that shoulder, swing your arms, really release that shoulder. Keep breathing, allowing yourself to deepen into this lunge with every breath. Bring yourself back up to standing. Bop ma, tendu, turn, plie. And now we're going to do 4 sweeping tendus. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 to the front, 2 to the back, 2 to the front, 2 to the back, 2 to the front. Beginning in 2nd position, you want to make sure that your feet are no more than waist length apart. So step them in if need be. And we're going to take 3 deep plies. 1, 2, 3. On this next plie, we're going to lean over to the right side and extend the left leg. Rotate that arm all the way around again, really releasing the back, releasing your arm, and pull yourself or allow yourself to fall on the floor. So rotating and sitting down. switch legs. So now your left leg is bent, your right leg is extended, and you're going to do a modified pigeon pose, making sure that you watch your knees so that you maintain proper placement. Extend that front leg. Push and extend. Push and extend. Work through your center, other side. Push down and extend. Push down and extend, making sure that you are being intentional about your hip placement. Switch legs, work your way back.
Everybody, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time tuning in, go ahead and hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on any more videos. Today I'm going to show you how I turned this young lady's lovely puff into a nice silked out straight and silk press. Alright, so before we got started actually with this service, I had to give her a deep condition and a hair. For this client's treatments, I used a variety of Bumble and Bumble products that ranged from Bumble and Bumble tonic to the invisible oil pre-poo mask and the While You Sleep deep conditioning mask. All of these products can be found, of course, on the Bumble and Bumble website as well as at Ulta and Sephora. So now that the conditioning treatment is done, it's time to blow dry. When I blow dry, I like to use the Denman brush with the blow dryer because it grips the hair really well. It helps me with tension so that I can get the hair as straight as possible before the flat iron. Alright, so now we are straightening the hair with the flat iron. I don't like to use super high heat, and that's a problem that I'm noticing, especially with a lot of natural girls, is that you think you have to turn your flat iron up to 450 degrees in order for it to be straight. Most times you don't have to go higher than 400. So that's, I believe, the temperature that I used on this client. As you can see, her hair gets just nice and straight. We're going to trim those ends after we're done flat ironing, but we didn't have to use any excess heat for this process. So we are all done. As you can see, she's flowing, bouncing, and straight. So this is how I do my silk presses. Most of them come with deep conditions and scalp treatments, just because I want to make sure that I'm treating your hair as I'm, straightening it and manipulating it. If this is your first time tuning in, don't forget to go ahead and follow me at Instagram at BEEstokesstyling.com. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. And today is day 6 of Kwanzaa. I hope you've been enjoying this Kwanzaa series, because I've definitely been enjoying bringing it to you. So if you have, don't forget to hit the share button and share this with someone who you think would enjoy it. Also, don't forget to check out the link down in the description box to Silky Sacks, who inspired the Beyonce looks from Black is King. Alright, let's jump into day 6.
Beauties, day 6. Kuumba means creativity. Everybody has a talent. Today is the day when you showcase yours. Today is a red candle. That's our last red candle. We're almost done. Day 6 is majority of Kwanzaa celebration's favorite day. Why, you ask? Because of the karamu. Karamu means feast. So I'm not going to stay with you long because your boy has to eat. But we will be back for the libation ceremony. Alright? I know you will enjoy that. Alright, beauties, a little behind the scenes. For day 6. Day 6, we about to have our feast. Let's see if I can show you what the chef's cooking in the pots. Let me see what I can show you what the chef's cooking in the pots.
Okay, so I'm boiling potatoes because we're gonna have mashed potatoes with mushroom gravy. I got my asparagus in the roast pan over there. I'm also making crab cakes, so I'm getting that all mixed up. And in here, which I can't open because I don't want to mess up anything, but we're making a rack of lamb.
Rack of lamb.
Yeah.
Very bougie and highfalutin.
I like lamb. What can I say?
Bougie, highfalutin.
Whatever.
But alright, beauties, we'll see you back. So tonight we got the feast, and we got the little unity libation ceremony. So I'm ready for that one. Stay tuned. Oh, that's on camera.
Huh? Alright, so we have our asparagus over here. Cliff is just cutting the lamb into 2 so we can eat. We have our crab cakes, mashed potatoes, mushroom gravy. You excited?
Girl, I've been taking it since it got out the oven.
Alright, let's go ahead and get some plates started and get it going. Looking good.
Alright, welcome back, beauties. Habari Gani, which means, hey, what's the news? Which is a Kwanzaa greeting. So today, you've already seen, Chef Boy B over here cooking in the kitchen, for our feast that we're going to have tonight. But something important that we have to do, before we go into those festivities, Kwanzaa's a celebration. So what would the celebration be without a couple of drinks? But these drinks right here are for the libation ceremony. See, libation ceremony, is really inviting those ancestors back into the home. Alright? So, like the past knowledge, taking their energy and moving on into the year coming up. Alright? It's like the song Coffee. The song Coffee Bird, Never forget where you came from. Invite those past in there, family is always a big thing, especially with us. We are a family.
Come on with the ceremony, silly.
So, for our libation ceremony, we're going to be using that yak. So that yak is known to break that girl's back.
Oh my gosh, can you just... Don't tell them all that stuff.
We're going to use the unity cup. And, we're just going to leave that here, and that's going to stay filled for the entire night. I'm going to finish it off by the end of the night, though. This is right here is for the ancestors.
You wasting nothing now.
Yeah, it's heavy-handed.
Don't be wasting stuff. Okay.
Alright, so happy Kwanzaa to you. Habari Gani.
Habari Gani.
Let's go. Time to eat. Not too much.
Yes.
But if you would like to purchase your own medical wig, you can always check the link down in the D box to visit my website, www.bssu.com. That stands for the Bee Stokes Styling Signature Unit.
Are you ready to make a change? In 2022, is it time to try something new? Then look no further. Check out the Bee Stokes Styling Signature Unit. Book a virtual consultation today and unlock all the options you have in your wig wearing journey. We offer tons of customizable styles fit for you. Just visit our website, www.beestokesstyling.com. Have you been wanting a custom unit, but you're unsure on your options available to you? Then book a consultation. They're free with all of our orders, so you can get exactly what you want. Book your consultation now at www.beestokesstyling.com. Causes for hair loss in Black women. So if that subject interests you, make sure you stay tuned all the way until the end, because we are going to be diving deep into these different reasons. If you're new here, make sure that you are subscribed with your notification bell on, and let's go ahead and jump into the different reasons for hair loss. While there are many reasons for hair loss, we're going to discuss some of the main reasons. That could be hormone changes, stress, varying types of alopecia, as well as disease. So first things first, let me start by telling you all that all hair loss can be classified as alopecia. So when we are talking about hair loss, we can break it down in many different forms of alopecia. Alopecia itself means hair loss. If you're experiencing hair loss due to hormonal changes, it is classified as androgenic or telogen alopecia. This type of hair loss could be due to postpartum, shedding, menopause, birth control, or simply genetics such as male pattern baldness. This type of hair loss could also result from stress. We have to remember, you guys, that any type of extreme physical or emotional stress can cause temporary hair loss. If you are experiencing hormonal hair loss or stress-related hair loss, it can often be reversed with proper treatment and, of course, getting rid of stressors. And while we're talking about reversing the effects of alopecia, there are some alopecia that can be completely reversed, be it with products, changing your diet, steroid injections, or seeing a trichologist, dermatologist. There are a lot of different treatments that can be done. Traction alopecia, for instance, can be reversed as long as it has not caused any scarring, which we will get into scarring alopecia a little bit later. But traction alopecia is that typical hair loss that you may see if you are constantly doing braids and sew-ins and things that are really tugging on your hair and causing it to thin, especially around the edges. Now, this type of hair loss, when caught early, is completely reversible. Alopecia areata is a more common alopecia that we are seeing, especially in Black women. It tends to start in the center of the head, and it can be medically diagnosed so that you can get cranial prosthesis or wigs from your insurance company. This type of alopecia has to be diagnosed by a primary care physician or a dermatologist in order to receive those benefits. However, it can be reversed as well. Lastly, another type of reversible alopecia is anagen alopecia. This is normally seen in people who are undergoing chemotherapy or radiation. Now, while the hair may grow back after the treatments have stopped, most times the hair does not grow the same way it did. It may come back a bit more coarse and wiry. It may come back a little bit sparser than it did before. That just depends on the person. However, this type of hair loss is not necessarily permanent. Now, when we're talking about alopecia that is not reversible, we are talking about these types of alopecia. The difference is that these types of alopecia result in scarring of the follicle. Once follicle is damaged, there is no reversing it. There's no amount of steroid injections or DHT blockers or anything that can bring that hair back. The only way to grow hair in these particular areas once you've received like scarring in your follicle is to get a hair transplant, and that can cost thousands on thousands of dollars. If you did not see my last video where I discussed central centrifugal cicatricial alopecia, make sure you check out the card above, right up there. Make sure you check out that card because we talked about that right after the Jada and Will debacle. And lastly, some other causes for hair loss are thyroid disease, lupus, syphilis, trickle cell anemia, high blood pressure, kidney disease, PCOS, psoriasis. There are a number of other medical conditions that could cause hair loss. And when I speak about high blood pressure in particular, it's not necessarily the disease of high blood pressure. However, hair loss is often a side effect to the medication used to manage high blood pressure. So it could be the disease or it could be the medication used to treat it. Again, if you are suffering hair loss because of any of these diseases or as a direct result of the medication used for one of these diseases, you can also receive a prescription from your PCP or your dermatologist to get a cranial prosthesis unit through insurance. The number of women, especially Black women, suffering from varying types of alopecia has risen tremendously, with over 54.8% in just 3 states alone. So I want to know, do you know anyone that suffers from any one of these types of alopecia? If so, comment down below. And if it's you, tell me your story. What type of alopecia do you have? I hope that I was able to shed some light on the different types of alopecia and that this video was informative. If you do suffer from alopecia and you are interested in finding out more about receiving a cranial prosthesis or a medical wig to be covered by your insurance or veteran benefits, please visit my website at www.beestokestyling.com and book a virtual consultation so we can go over the steps to make that happen for you. I appreciate you all so much for watching. Make sure that you are tuned in because this is going to be a series on the channel, you guys. I hope you enjoy it, and I'm going to see y'all in the next video.